Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kisha. Just in case you're new here, I blog every day at kjaggers.com. The link to my blog is below and I would totally love it if you guys visited. So I am back today with my March favorites. I was going to film this upstairs because there's better lighting up there, but there's so much stuff I didn't want to haul it all around. There is a combination of hair stuff, of makeup and beauty stuff, household stuff, books, planners, accessories, yeah, a bunch of stuff. So I hope you're having, a beautiful and blessed Wednesday or whatever day of the week it is that you're watching. And I thought, you might enjoy my March favorites. So let's get started. We're going to jump right in. So we're going to start with the hair stuff. So you guys, most of you have noticed that I have lightened it up. And mainly the reason I did that was because of all the grays coming in. Now, I don't mind a little bit of my roots kind of darkening things up on the top just a little bit. But when I did my hair, it was really kind of brassy and I wasn't happy with it. And I went to a salon, the lady who cuts my hair, she fixed it. And she recommended that I use the John Frieda Sheer Blonde Color Correct Anti-Brassy Cleansing Treatment. This is the bottle. Now, I showed this in a, I think a day in the life vlog, maybe, I think. And this says it neutralizes yellow and orange tones for a bright blonde color. And it's really doing that. Now, I don't want it like, Gwen Stefani blonde or, like Marilyn Monroe blonde. I don't want that. But I definitely like the color right now. I like the cut. It's not been like flat iron today. This is just the way it looks. And just for you guys, I've been doing my best to keep my hands out of it. But obviously today I'm kind of explaining. But this has worked really well. And it does have that purple tint. And I remember like seeing my grandmother use stuff like this all the time on her like gray hair, but I'm not using it for gray. I'm using it, just to make that blonde less brassy, less orange, and less yellow, just more true blonde. And then I got the the shampoo and the conditioner that she recommended. Again, it was the John Frieda. Now she had, like a very expensive line in her shop. But she said these work great for her, and this is the color activating shampoo and conditioner. And I've used more of, the conditioner than I have the shampoo. But it says it brightens to the fullest spectrum of blonde tones. And because these are, these two are highlight activating, and even the shampoos, I leave on a little bit longer than what I normally would. If I'm using this to treat my hair to get the bronziness out, and I've been using this probably about 3 times a week right now, I will leave it on a little bit longer, and even the one that is color activating, I leave it on a little bit longer. And then of course I always leave, my conditioner on for a while. So those are the shampoo and conditioners that I have been using more than anything in March. I'm still using my Victoria's Secret shampoo conditioner, and it is truly one of the best smelling shampoos I've ever used in my entire life. It's that good. And I will be filtering it in more, but again, I'm probably just going to buy this just to keep this color in check. But, you can find good products that, these are in a way a little bit pricey, but you can find totally good products, at your local drugstores or your Walmart without having to spend a fortune. And I love that. So next, let's move right on into skincare. And I have pretty much, besides some argan oil and some other oil, I have pretty much stuck with the Olay Total Effects Anti-Aging Moisturizer. And I've been using this in the morning and in the night, and I like the way it's made my skin feel. I like the way it's made my skin look, and I'm pretty happy with it. So I definitely will repurchase this again. For some, I'm getting in my face. For some, lotions at the store, it can be rather expensive. This one isn't necessarily cheap, but it's not near as expensive as some others. So I've been pretty happy with that, and it's definitely, been a favorite. And let's see, I use one pump, by the way, and I think I probably have about that much left, I'm guessing. So now into makeup. Now the foundation I'm wearing today, and the concealer, and the foundation actually I've been wearing more than anything, I've showed this to you guys already, is the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous in number 115. Amazing, amazing, amazing for $6. I mean, I am just like blown away by how well it works, how well it covers, without it being too heavy, without it being too cakey. Even on somewhat dry skin like mine, this works great. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. I really think if you're somebody who wears makeup, dry skin, oily skin, good skin, bad skin, go try it. Go find your color. If you can't find the right shade for you, buy 2 of them. It's $6 a piece and mix it. I find that, I'm pretty pale. You guys can see me on camera. I find that 115 is the right shade. And one thing that I did notice, though, is that it was a little tricky. Sorry. Okay, one thing that I did notice, though, is that it was a little tricky using concealer with this, because it does almost give you a little bit of a powdered look. And what I did was just go and buy their concealer, and I found it really does work well with their foundation. Now, is it the best concealer? No, it comes on a little doe foot. But it really does cover decent, and it's creamy, it's blendable. I do have a towel. It's creamy, it's blendable, and it works really well with the foundation. So, if I do other concealers, I usually put them on first. This one, which is, a part of the line, I actually use afterwards, after I've done my eyeshadow, and after I have, gotten rid of all the fallout, and then I go in and I use the concealer. So definitely favorites. They're great stuff. Everything here is great stuff. That is, well, everything but one thing is from the drugstore. So next, I have been obsessed with the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper. I don't know why it's called Plumper. It doesn't plump your eyebrows up. It's a brow gel mascara, basically. And usually I'm apt to wipe off products, like even my mascara I'm apt to wipe off, and this does not pick up too much product, so really it's unnecessary. And I just take it through my brows, lifting them up, and it just, oh my gosh, it works so good. And usually you'd have to flip like this. For me, with this one, the brush, the spoolie is so small that I don't have to do that, and it fits, and it's so nice. And it's one of the best ones I've ever used. And I love the NYX pen, like liquid pen for your eyebrows. This works in combination with that wonderfully. Like, I'll go underneath and make it a little bit sharper on my brows, then use this to almost fill in, and they just look so natural and, not drawn on, and not like, some weird type of space alien eyebrows. They actually look like eyebrows with hairs, and this allows me to get that really natural look. So this one is in, which number? Medium to dark. I didn't want too light, even though my hair is light, because it would just look like strange on me. But the medium to dark works great, and as the roots come in just a little bit, this will look, fine. So another eye product that I have been loving, shown these 100 times, is the Urban Decay 24 Velvet Glide On Eye Pencil. I'm not wearing it today, but when I do wear liner, this is fabulous. It goes on smooth, and you can blend it out, you can smudge it out. You do have to sharpen these yourself, but they are wonderful pencils. And I got my latest one from Ipsy with, my points. So I didn't even have to go spend $1 to get another pencil because of those points. Gotta love Ipsy. And then, let's see, eyeshadow wise, I've only brought one product here. I've been using my chocolate bar a lot, which I love. But another one that I love a lot is this Maybelline Natural Smokes Quad. I've probably shown this 1,000 times. This color right here is just gorgeous. This one's beautiful. Look at that. A matte. And then a bone color. So, I mean, these are so nice. They're blendable. They're not too powdery. And they're very affordable. And you can make some amazing, amazing looks using, just one little quad like this. It can give you a ton of looks that you can use if you're staying home every day and you just want a more natural look. Or if you work outside the home or have a date night, you can smoke it out more, and it's not going to look too harsh with all, I just took the lid off, with all of the neutral colors, but you can build it up. You can add, a really smoked out black liner and get an intense effect, and it just is a beautiful palette. Mine's a little bit old, a little bit dirty, but it's one that I just, keep reaching for. So it's a favorite. Now, let's see. The next item I'm going to share with you is the Tapered Blending Brush by Sigma. It's the E35. I know many of you guys have heard about this brush, probably own this brush. I'm not a huge fan of Sigma, you guys. You don't see me promoting it. I love makeup brushes. I love some of my Sigma brushes, but a lot of my Sigma brushes, the barrels have become loose. Can you hear it? Hear it? And on a lot of them, they shed, even if I use conditioner on the bristles, which, is a tip to keep them from shedding. But this one is still an all-time favorite. It is perfect for blending, and it gives me such, beautiful eye looks, and it's just a brush that I love. It's big, it's fluffy, it's great for blending in the crease. I even take it under the eye sometimes, and it is a little big to go under, but I can still sweep it under there really easy with no problems at all, and this brush is a lifesaver. So I'm hoping, that Sigma will pick up a lot of the comments about the loose barrels. I'm very careful about how I wash my brushes. I take good care of my brushes, so I know it's not me, but I'm just not, I bought their, I don't know, what, $300 set, whatever that was. And it came in the roll. I love it, but I was very disappointed when I started having, brush hairs all over my cheeks and all over my face because their brushes were shedding, the barrels were coming loose, and I'm just not as impressed as a lot of other beauty YouTubers. But this one is a good brush, and I really do like that. Now I have a mascara here that I've been using. It's the Maybelline Last Sensational, and I bought a different one, a L'Oreal one that I've been using. That one here. See why I'm touching it all the time, you guys? Because it just drives me nuts. But this has actually been giving me a beautiful natural lash. Kind of reminds me of the Rocket. And it just works beautifully. And I've been grabbing it almost every day of the month. And it's just been a good mascara. So you can also find that at your drugstores. Now I've got 2 blushes and 1 lip product and 1 highlighter to tell you about. Actually, I should have more lip products, but I'll explain that in a minute. The Wine with Everything by Revlon. This is such a beautiful blush, you guys. Now, I know so many people want to pay high dollar for blushes. I don't really feel like you need to. I think you can find a beautiful blush that will go with your skin, you know, for a fraction of the price. But this one is a good one, and I've grabbed this a lot this past week. It is a favorite, and again, it's number 60, Wine with Everything. And then, this one I've shown before too. This is Rose Glow by Revlon. It's like a highlighting palette. And it's so beautiful. It's perfect. Sorry. It's perfect for spring. I know I've shown it before. It's just a favorite, and I can't make up favorites. Even if I showed it in the other video, like in a past favorites, I'm not going to make up my favorites. This has been a favorite. I've used it. It's subtle. It's spring-like. It gives it just a beautiful pink glow to your cheeks, and it's just amazing. And the last item I'm showing you came in an Ipsy bag. This is vintage by Jessica Lieberskind, I want to say. This is the Crystal Pink Illuminating Face Highlighter. You can't probably tell, but I have a little bit on right now. I don't want to break one of my nails. I'm trying to open it, and it's usually not hard. Here it is. This is so pretty. So, there it is. And when you put it on, it gives you such a pretty highlight, right? You know, at the height of your cheeks, at the top, right here is such a pretty place to add a little bit of highlighter. This one isn't too chunky, and there's not a ton of fallout. There's a little bit. But it's another product that I didn't know about. I've never tried. I've never used Ipsy. I mean, I've used Ipsy, but I've never received one of these in Ipsy before. And it's something that I really enjoy. So I've been using it a lot this past month. The last beauty product, I believe, is the Revlon Cream Lipstick in number 680 Temptress. Look at that. This has been my go-to lipstick, like Your Lips But Better. And I have been loving this. It's so pretty. It's very soft. It does not leave that weird ring around your lips. But the other ones that I do not have that I should have grabbed was the Baby Lips by Maybelline. Oh my God. I posted a picture, I think yesterday, to Instagram, which is why they're all upstairs. But they are amazing. And I'm sucked in. I'm hooked. But besides the Baby Lips, this has been the one I've been going for. So again, this is number 680 in Temptress. Isn't that a beautiful color? Love it. I'm figuring out what I like more and more when it comes to makeup. Now, you know, I don't mind experimenting with new things. You know, I used to do a big, bold blue eye sometimes, or, you know, a pink eye. But pink on me brings out like the red in my skin. So I'm getting away from wearing a ton of pink eyeshadow. Lipstick's fine. And a ton of pink clothes, which is kind of sad because I love pink. But whatever. So now let's move on into household stuff. And I've got a bunch of stuff. Let me kind of move it all over here so I don't have to reach. Okay, sleeves up. Okay, and I'm not going to edit that out. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to edit any of it. So if you see me touching my hair, too bad. I'm not going to edit that stuff out. I just don't feel like it. So around the house, I've been using lots of different stuff. One of the things that I've really been enjoying, again, is the 7th generation disinfecting multi-surface cleaner. The lemongrass scent, which is what this is, it smells amazing. I like that it's like 99.95% natural, and that it kills germs botanically, and it kills the cold and flu virus. And I've used this I've used this all over the house, the bathrooms, the kitchen, the living room, on the fireplace mantle back there. I've used it everywhere because I love the smell, and I love that it's natural. So that's something that I have been using and loving through the month of March. Now, I might have shown this before. This is like our second or third bottle in this month, is the Method hand soap. This is the sea minerals Smells amazing. I love it. We just opened this one, and I find coupons sometimes. It is a little bit pricey. Not much, though. I mean, not compared to the other ones that are decent. I think the tear-shaped bottle is really pretty, and in my master bathroom and in the bathroom down here, I don't worry about changing the bottle out. I like the bottle, so I don't mind. Now, my husband picked up this Febreze Air Effects allergen reducer, and we have used the entire thing up. It says it reduces up to 75% of allergens that become airborne from soft surfaces. So, you know, it smells amazing, and I've used it all throughout our home because, you know, I usually don't have allergies, but for some reason, you know, I've been sneezing, the eyes have been red and watery, and I've been using this around the house to kind of help. I know it's probably like not going to do a ton, but I feel like it's helping. I think it helps eliminate odors in the air, and this one is in Clean Splash, and I love it. So we've been using the heck out of that stuff. Now, I repurchased these just to show you guys because I love them. These are the Bounty water activated paper towels with Dawn dish soap. So I should have just opened them up. I kept one of these on the second floor and one of these in our kitchen pantry. I did not sit these out because I was scared. Let me kind of move this. I was scared that, you know, my husband would grab one of these not realizing, even though I told him, that these little dots are soap and, you know, try to clean like the cat's eyes out or, you know, something with them. But these are great. You can use them. What I've done with those paper towels is wet them and use them like in my morning routine with the bathrooms, the sinks in the bathrooms, and quickly around the toilet. I've used them on the counters in the kitchen. They're not something I'm going to buy every week, but it's something I like having on hand that make it a little bit easier. But again, I don't want it sitting out because I don't want somebody grabbing the wrong thing. Now, we did figure out if you did not get them wet, you could certainly dry your hands off. But again, most of us get them wet if we're drying our hands off or if we're wiping something off. So I like them. I think they're extraordinary, and I think they're a great invention. But for everyday use, they do not stay out. They do get put up, and they have just been part of the cleaning routine, kind of. Another item I've been using a lot in my home is tea tree oil. Now, this is a great disinfectant, and I'm going to be doing a blog post, maybe a video showing some of my favorite all-natural products. This would be it. It's great for making your homemade products a disinfectant so you can clean your bathroom and make your own products that way, and add a few drops of this along with an essential oil, and you will have a very good smelling disinfecting homemade spray. And this is also great for blemishes. It's great for so many things. So I've been using a ton of the tea tree oil this past month. I do like using products like this. A lot of times I do make my own. There's that hair again. I do make my own, and I definitely use this to help. So another one, this is new too. This is the Spectrum Coconut Oil. It is organic, and what I love about this is you guys have taught me a lot about coconut oil, and I've used it for my cuticles. I've used it for my hair. I've used it in my kitchen. I've used this stuff a lot around my home. It's been great for a ton. And I made a hair mask with this. What else have I done with it? I've sauteed green beans with it. There's tons of uses, and you guys have shown me what your uses are in the comments, but I've used it for a ton of things, and it's been really handy. I went through 2 of these in March, so I guess you guys were right, and I'm very happy to be on the coconut oil bandwagon, if you will. So I got 2 more, I think. Yes. This little gadget from the Dollar Tree has been so nice. I know I've probably shown it before, but I've been doing, you know, I want to say a spring cleaning, but it's really just decluttering and doing, you know, my normal cleaning. But I've used this in between the blinds, and it fits so well to dust those blinds off. And I know so many of us have got dirty blinds, and you can avoid that with something like this. Now, sometimes I've even sprayed it and took it over a dirty area, and I've taken this off and I've washed it, because this does come off. See the elastic piece here? So you can wash this, and for $1, it is fantastic. So I highly suggest getting to your Dollar Tree and getting one if you have a lot of blinds around your home, because we do, and it has made, you know, a world of difference. So the last household item is this. Now, this came with my vacuum cleaner, and you just, you know, put the little the little tube on, whatever, and it has worked so good. It's been like having a dust buster back in my house. And I haven't owned a dust buster since like early 90s. And like, I don't know, I got my first dust buster in the first house I lived in, and my son was 2, so it'd be the late 90s actually. And this is like having a dust buster. Now, it does take a little more effort to get that vacuum out and to, you know, use it. But this has made a world of difference on our steps, in the corners. I've used it all over our house. It's just like a little mini vacuum. Works amazingly well, and it just came with our vacuum. It was, you know, a wonderful attachment. Now, the ruby red grapefruit juice is something I've been enjoying so much. As spring is upon us, I had just been loving fresh grapefruit juice. Now, I would prefer to make my own. I don't have a juicer yet. I might have to get one. I just never been a real big fan, but I would definitely like to make my own grapefruit juice. But this one by Everfresh is really good, and I don't know what it is about grapefruit, but right now I have been loving it. I usually always love grapefruit, but that's a good one. Now, these Palmers that came in our Try the World box, and Scott and I did a video. If you didn't see it, I will link it below. These are fantastic. These little cookies I have been enjoying. Now, I don't eat a ton at a time. I'll grab like 2. And it says, well, 2 is 305 calories. I guess I should have read that first. But they are so delicious and crispy and airy. I just love them, and I'm so happy to have gotten them in that box. It's a treat that I've loved, and I'm not eating the whole box at a time. I just eat, you know, a couple. So I've got to get moving. This video is 27 minutes long. Okay. All right, let's see here. Now, I've shown this already in my birthday shopping haul, and this is my Donald Pilliner, I believe, purse. I never can say his name right, and I love it. It's this beautiful ostrich bag. It is a crossbody. I thought it was perfect for spring, and it's one of those, you know, purses that just spoke to me. It said, buy me. And I spent over $100 on this purse. I do plan on doing a blog post and a video sharing what I'm keeping in it, and, you know, more about the bag. But this, now I got this late March, but it's definitely, it was a favorite from the moment I got it. And I've used it all through the end of March I've used it since about the middle of March to the end. We're at the end now. And yeah, I love it. I'm going to keep using it. I might find another one, another bag for spring, but that one is definitely a favorite. I'm doing really good about not putting my purse on the floor, not having any kind of Sharpies or open pins in it, because, you know, you pay a lot. You don't want it to go bad. Oh, so the cup that I want to share with you guys, I've shared in that birthday haul. It is this adorable coffee mug or tea mug with this Psalms quote on it that says, "He fills my life with good things." It's beautiful. Scott got it for me for my birthday. It is a total favorite. It's got a saucer or a lid, however you want to look at it. And I've used it a ton of times already. It's held up great and it's beautiful. Now the tea that I've been using, there should be no secret, organic spring jasmine tea. And one of my favorite blog readers and favorite YouTube friends actually sent me a coupon for some of my favorite tea, so I was able to get it at a discount. But the Mighty Leaf organic spring jasmine is an all-time favorite. I'm just like sucked in. I'm hooked on it, and this is the tea I've been drinking the most. So before I finish up with the rest of the stuff I got some books and some planners and stuff. I want to take you into the kitchen and show you a couple of my favorites in there, so I didn't have to bring them. So let's go into the kitchen and I will share those with you. So here are those ivy plants that I was talking about. I think they're so beautiful. Look at this one. It just kind of flows down. And they really have been March favorites. I love these ivy plants. I want 2 more for that side. I might put one in both of the bathrooms. I'm just going to buy some more, or maybe I'll try to, take some cuttings from these and, grow some on my own. Another favorite that I will mention while I'm over here are these adorable little owl soap dispenser and the little owl toothbrush holder, but we are using them in our kitchen, as you can see, and these work great. They don't have to be just for toothpaste and toothbrushes. They work fine in the kitchen, and they look beautiful sitting, on the sink. And I am really loving the ivy plants. They make me really happy. And my other favorite in my kitchen is this magnet bar that holds our knives, and I love it. It works so well. It's keeping my knives from getting scratched up. This one actually broke the tip. I'm probably going to get rid of it, but Scott still uses it a lot. But this works great. I would, I have a lot of big knives and they don't all match, and that's okay. I'm so sick of knife blocks on the counter. I really am. And I think I'm getting another one to go on bottom so I can put the bigger knives. I can think of 1,000 things I could use that magnet bar in my home for. I'm obsessed, but my knives hang up. They're easy. They're not getting damaged, and I'm super happy with them hanging right there for easy access. 2 books I want to talk to you about. The one I'm currently reading that I shared is The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, The Japanese Art of Decluttering and Organizing. This book has been fabulous. It's inspired me to get rid of so much stuff. My house feels lighter. In a way, we feel lighter. The only room that I really need to, she doesn't want you to do it by rooms. She wants you to do it by items like clothes, books, all in different settings so you make the biggest impact. I did it with my clothes. I'm doing it with my makeup, but I still have Jackson's room to do, and I'm using her method, but it's like all of Jackson's stuff. That's how I'm using her method with his room. And it's been fabulous to, kickstart me into getting rid of things that we don't like, that we don't use, that doesn't fit us, that is broken and not gotten fixed. We had like 5 cameras upstairs. Some of them were Scott's, and all of them broke. And none of them were getting fixed. Nobody cared to fix them. They went in the garbage. It was over. And that book has really been inspirational. Another book that I'm not through, I haven't made one recipe in, is The Clean Slate. And wow, what a informational book. The whole beginning is like geared to teach you how to eat better, what you can do to make simple changes in your diet, to feel better, to detox your body, and basically to reset your health. Now, I'm just in the beginning parts, and I've been reading it, and I've learned so very much, and it's a phenomenal book. It's from the editors of Martha Stewart Living. You can find it on Amazon. I did a birthday book haul, and in that video, I share that book with you, and some other things from that book. So check out that video if you want to see that, or more about that book and other books. Now, the last few items that I'm going to share with you are my Inkwell Press planners. This is my blog. This is my life. And these are amazing. I know everybody loves Erin Condren. You guys, I love Erin Condren. And if you are here on this channel because you saw one of my Erin Condren videos, I hope you stay, because even though day to day it's not the calendar a choice for me, this one is. It is a calendar that I use on our chalkboard wall. I do have an Erin Condren, but the inkwell press is amazing, and I think they're a fraction cheaper than the Erin Condren, I think. And I just am amazed. Now I have some new schedule pads from Inkwell Press that I've ordered. I'm going to be giving you guys a set, and I'm also going to be sharing the set that I got, on how I use it. But these are amazing planners, you guys, and I'm so thankful for the blog and YouTube to show me other planners that are out there, and in Instagram, so I could find the planner that gave me peace, and I was able to find that. And I'm grateful to all of the wonderful planning ladies that have inspired so many of us to find the planner that really works for us. Last but not least is this adorable owl pouch. I have, I think, 4. These are so nice. They're big. Even my Inkwell Press Planner or the Erin Condren fit in them. This was a 31 product sold by my sister-in-law. She gave me 2 for a present. I think I bought 2. And these are wonderful pouches. Now, I have stickers in this one. But I've used them for everything from my planners to my makeup. I've just adored these. They come with a very sturdy zipper, and they're large, and yeah, they're really nice. So those are my, my planners and my book favorites for the month of March. So movies, and gosh, I'm 34 minutes in. I'm going to try to finish this up fast. So movies, the one that I liked the most, let's see. Well, You're Not You would probably be one of my favorite ones, even though it was so touching. I shared a little bit about it in I think the last day in the life vlog. It has Hilary Swank. It has Josh Duhamel, and it is a movie about a lady having ALS, which is Hilary Swank. There you go. And her journey through it, and it was sad. It was touching. It was spiritual. It made me angry in some points because, I know that it's just a movie, but I know so many people actually are going through and fighting that disease, and what it takes from them is so sad. And, that was probably one of the most touching ones. Now, Wild with Reese Witherspoon, I also enjoyed that. I think it would be amazing to hike like that. I don't think I could do it, but I think it would be a spiritual journey beyond belief to go out and about through a trail, a long trail where you're out day and night by yourself with your camping gear. I think it would be a spiritual journey, and I really might get that book. Usually I watch the movies and then get the book. I'm kind of twisted with that, but I'm not as disappointed that way, because usually the book is better, but if you see the movie first, you're very happy usually with the book, so it does work out. Another one, The Intimidation Game with Benedict Cumberbatch. Is that how you say it? I don't know. I get that all wrong. And Keira Knightley. I'm just all tongue-tied. And that was a great movie. I felt sorry about how it ended, but I really enjoyed watching that. Another series, which only has 3 different shows, 3 one-hour shows, is Death Comes to Pemberley. It's after Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy get married. It's their life after that. It was on Netflix. It was amazing. Loved it. I mean, really loved it. And then $1 Million American Princesses was on Amazon, and I decided I'd watch it. I wasn't sure what it was, and it was so interesting. It showed how, in the 1930s, how so many rich, young young women, Vanderbilts and families of the U.S. that had tons of money from North America were going to Europe to marry into more prominent type of families, lords and dukes, and it showed how so many American women really are intertwined in the British history. And it was a really interesting series. Totally enjoyed it. And of course, Mr. Selfridge, I talked about that in the Day in the Life vlog at some point. I remember talking about it. And it has Jeremy Piven in it. I think you can find the first 2 seasons on Netflix. I know you can find the first, but I know also on Amazon Instant Video you can find the rest. I'm a huge fan, and that is also a favorite, which is Amazon Instant Video. But Mr. Selfridge is back on, and I'm so excited for the series it's going to bring. And next, they already got picked up for season 4. Many of you guys were letting me know that in the comments, and I didn't even know that, but thank you for letting me know that. I'm so excited about that show. It's really good. So a couple YouTubers that I have been enjoying is Sandra Deluxe. Talk about beautiful. Oh my God, she is stunning. And she does amazing makeup, and I've really been enjoying her videos. I've really been enjoying Seeker Stories. Seeker Stories. I'll try to remember to link all those below. And it kind of takes you to different parts of the world, and it's like a travel channel almost, and it's not like the National Geographic. It's almost from a YouTuber's point of view and of these beautiful places, and it just captivates me in a way that nothing else quite does. And I've just been loving it. And those are the main. I don't know if I want to say main. Tiffany D, Makeup by Tiffany D, a favorite. I like Jennifer Ross, and I'm happy she's consolidating everything to one channel. Haven't been as hip on her videos here lately, but I still love her. And, I love being a part of the YouTube community. I've actually thought in the past month or so of quitting. I really have, done. Enjoy the videos that are up. I'm out. I'm done. I'm going private. I might blog, but then every time I get close to doing that, something pulls me back. And you guys, if you don't make YouTube videos, you probably don't realize the amount of harassment, of crazy emails you get, of mean comments, and you guys might not see those because I'm hitting delete most of the time, of websites dedicated to hating you. And it's hard. It's anybody who says it doesn't bother them are just lying, because it's painful to read something mean about yourself or your family or the people that are in your videos, like in the Day in the Life vlogs. It is hard, which makes me want to pull out a lot. But I feel like if any of the stuff, now I know these videos aren't always helpful to other people, but I know if one of my videos helps somebody, or helps somebody deliver one of their cats, because my cat videos have been some of my biggest videos with 100,000 views. And if my cooking videos helps a young mom get in the kitchen and make some food for her family, even if it is with some processed foods, it is worth it. It really is. And I actually most of the time enjoy talking to the camera. But that leads me to my last favorite, which is a scripture, and it is very relevant to all of this. It is the 1 Peter 3:9, and it is, never retaliate when people say unkind things about you. Pay them back with a blessing, and God will bless you. So with that in mind, I'm trying not to retaliate. A comment was left about a certain situation, and I commented back with a snarky comment. I really did. Then that comment got posted somewhere else. The whole thing, the first comment and my comment. And I felt like I was set up, and I was so upset that I called somebody a name. I called them an idiot without knowing them and without understanding them. And it was not a very nice thing to do, and it certainly was not a blessing. I was angry. And, you know, I'm a work in progress like many of you guys. And she actually emailed me and she said, listen, I'm not an idiot. You emailed me. I mean, I was just leaving my comment and I'm sorry, you know, blah, blah, blah. And she was unhappy with me. She said she was unsubscribing. And, you know, I thought about it and I thought about it. She was actually one of the people who commented back. She didn't post it on that snarky site. She instead was trying to come to me with her heart. But because I was so twisted about how other people have treated me, I treated her badly. And I felt badly about it. And I apologized. And I think we settled friends. I hope, because, you know, I shouldn't allow other people to influence me and commenting back. I assumed it was her that posted it on that snarky site. But instead of being a crazy person back, I need to be a little more kind. And I really do, because I get hypersensitive. Like when somebody says something mean, I think they're attacking me. And sometimes it's creative criticism. And I have to be able to take that in if I'm sharing with you. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you saw some of my favorites that you might enjoy. If you have any questions or comments about anything, where to find it, I'll be more than happy to help you find it. Let me know in the comments below. If you did enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it with your friends and family, and check out my blog for more pictures and information. I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye.